Hello again, listeners, and welcome back to the Kotu Classic FPL Podcast. I'm your host, Solomon, and as usual, Chama. Chama Nakam.
Well, cool. Yeah, bah, nakam.
My cool man, it's like a good day for the the Kotu Classic Podcast.
Yeah,
Green
definitely.
arrows everywhere.
Yeah,
So
no
we
reds
are
to
grateful.
show today. No reds to show today. So that is what
Yeah,
we want
no
to
rest to
see
show today.
every week.
That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, you should continue this way,
Yeah, same thread.
so that boys can be smiling all the time.
Absolutely.
Anyway, today is Tuesday here in the US, and I think it's a Wednesday
Yeah,
afternoon
yeah, Wednesday afternoon, just midday,
in Japan.
around
Yeah,
midday. Yeah.
midday.
It's a national
Okay,
holiday today, so yeah, we are
that's
free
good
today.
to enjoy the day. That's good. So we are recording Game Week 11 preview. We'll just talk about the usual uh, agenda, like we always do, the recap of the Game Week results and the start summary and the teams and transfers for the Game Week 11.
Yeah.
So without further ado, let's just go through our performances for Game Week 10, which
Yeah.
is funny because the Game Week average was very low. There's a lot of
Absolutely.
red
Very
flag,
low.
red arrows everywhere, but we managed to pull off two green arrows, which is
Yeah.
impressive. But yeah, no need to brag, but
So I give you
yeah.
the floor. You
Oh
had
yeah,
it was your game week. This was a big game week for you, I think.
I think it
in
was.
not
Well,
not in terms of points, but in terms of movement. Absolutely.
oh, you think so?
Yeah, because
Just
I
because
think
of
I
the
think I think the game week rank like the game week points were pretty low. So to have an average of 60, you will be like flying. If you have a 60
yeah, I think
pointer,
so.
you'll be flying.
Yeah, you'll be good.
Because yeah, the game week was, I think it was 37 or something like that. That was the
For 42 actually, yeah, but
42. Okay, when I
yeah,
last
it's
checked, it
pretty
was
low.
around 30.
It's pretty low. It is
Yeah,
low, honestly.
yeah. So
Yeah.
take,
So
take us to the
I
18.
66 points all out. No hits. A game week rank of 291k. I jumped from about 500 and something k to 293. So about 200k jump in rank, which is good. But I just want to get higher because I think I've been in this around this rank before. If I could improve a bit, I'll be fine. But anyways, I don't need to be greedy. 66 points is okay.
No,
So
you,
I'll
you
take
you
that.
need you need to be greedy with FPL. You need to be greedy. I'm telling you that. Be greedy.
Yeah.
You get greedy in the right way.
I think so. I think I needed more, but 66 is fine for this week. I hope it continues. So
Mm.
So to take you through my team, in goal, before I even go through that, I played a formation of 4-3-3. In goal, I had Ramsdale with 10 points, one of the key players of this week. Cancelo with 2, Chilwell with 8, Livramento with 6. Semedo was an automatic switch for Greenwood with 2 points.
Yeah.
And Saka with 6 points, Captain Salah with 10, Rafinha with 9, Antonio with 2, Kane with 2, and Jimenez with 9.
Mm.
So yeah, I think I was pretty not lucky, but let's say the right calls were made. Jimenez was a very good asset for me this game. So yeah,
Absolutely. And Ramsdale. I watched the Arsenal game.
Ramsdale, yeah,
He was
the
in
save,
top
yeah,
form. The saves he makes, it was like it's crazy. Just for Arsenal not to concede in that game. And I like your bench too. When you have your bench clean slate
yeah. My
zeros,
bench is
that's beautiful,
I
right?
think so. Yeah, it's beautiful, but at least you don't have to maybe cry over points. Momo was injured,
Uh-huh.
and he actually I'm not sure whether he played. I didn't play any minutes, right?
No, he did not. He was on the bench
He did not
throughout.
play, but at least now the flag is off him. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's fine because they have really good run of fixtures. Greenwood, there was a change of formation, which we'll talk about later from Manchester United. So he didn't feature in the game, so 0 points. Duffy, I think probably
Yeah, he
because
he he got a yellow card. Oh, and they considered one. Yeah, he got a yellow
they
and they
consider one,
considered.
so he got a 0 point, but he played
They
at
considered two.
least.
Sorry, he considered two and then got a
Yeah,
yellow card.
so yeah, so not bad actually.
And
How was your game week?
yeah, mine was a mixed one, but I cannot complain. I took the -8, like I say
Very
last
bold.
week. Yeah, it was a bold one, but it was a knee-jerk one because I did it in the wrong. Like my mind was not in the right space when I took the -8. So if I had taken another day without taking that hit, I don't think I would have taken it. So it was kind of a bad decision at that time. And but then I brought in Reece James, Harry Kane, and
Yeah, this James man.
And Buemo, yeah. And Reece James, yeah, I think he recovered all the hit that I took from that. And Kane, now that they have a new manager, I could feel I'm kind of happy with that move. And Buemo, unfortunately, he got injured. So the only unfortunate thing was I did not have Gallagher on my first sub. So if I had Gallagher on it would have been a perfect hit. So Samedo was my first sub. So Samedo had to come in for Buemo. So yeah, 63 points minus 8. It still gave me a green arrow of about 700 movement because I was 7,700. Now I'm 7,000-ish. Yeah, Mendy continued to deliver for me. Yeah, he was in goal. In defense, I had like 5. Like I was Cancelo 2, Trent 1. Livramento continued to impress with his 6. Reece James, that was the big one, 21 points. And Samedo continued to give me these 2-pointers. He continued to come off my bench and always give me 2 points. I'm so fed up of this Samedo guy, to be honest. I'm so fed up of him. He's blocking my players from coming into.
I'm so fed up with it. That's the case. They put him at the last.
This time I push him and
then he'll score like 10 points.
And I hope he does not. And in the middle, Foden, I 2-pointer. I'm not gonna cry about Foden because I got his big haul last week and people jumped on him.
He was the guy I was afraid of.
Yeah. Rafinha, the consistent one, he will always give you points. He will not give you the double digit. He was flag.
That's the problem with this game because a lot of people thought that he was not going to play.
He was not going to play.
Most people benched him. I didn't bench him. So anyways, he was there.
I did not either. I did not. I started him too. Yeah, he kind of evades the double digit returns. He does not want double digit. I don't know why. Anytime he wanna get this double digit, he will get stuck at that 9-pointer. But that's okay. And we have Salah, captain. He was uninspiring this week, but at least he still returned, right? He still gave us the 5 points. And yeah, Kane and Antonio, my strikers, they disappointed. Yeah, disappointment. Yeah, I wish I had Gallagher in for second. That's the only thing I see this week. But yeah, I will not cry about it because you giving me that chance like 100 times. I will always bench him against Manchester City away. So it's nothing to be so down about.
I went with my god and captain Rafinha. Everybody was saying Salah my captain.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I wanted to captain Rafinha because they were playing obviously Norwich.
Yeah.
And I had a feeling, but that's the thing about FPL. If you have a feeling, I think it's better to just go with your gut, and whatever happens. But obviously, that's part of my game that I need to improve.
Yeah, gut feeling is something. Yeah, it can be real. Sometimes you need to.
My logical mind just try to shift me away from making that decision. But yeah, so 63. That's a good one. I think it's not bad. -8. So you have set up your team. Yeah, so we need, before we even go further or before we forget, let's talk about the change in management from Tottenham. They fired Nuno Espirito Santo, the former Wolves coach. Now Conte has been appointed coach. So what are your thoughts on that before we move to the next section of our pod?
I think it's a big move for them. I like Nuno as a person. Like he was very calm, So I do not want to see him lose his job. Something like when they sacked Mourinho, I did not care a lot about it, right? But with Nuno, I think I kind of like him as a person. He's a very calm person, and I think he was a very good manager at Wolves. But really, I think Tottenham is like a step too far for him now. I know Tottenham is not the biggest club in England, but. I don't think
the right time. I think
it was in the right time for him. Yeah. And then I think he got his tactics wrong, things like that, the formation, and he was a bit uninspiring, to be honest. I could understand the feeling of Tottenham managers, and Conte. I think that is a big statement from them. He is one of the top managers in the world. Might be difficult to deal with because he demands things from his board, like players, and he has his own ways, so you have to go by his ways, in other words. But I think he's a top manager. He has won the Italian League 4 times, the Premier League once, won the FA Cup, won the Super Cup in Italy, and won the Italian Cup. So he's a winner. He's a real winner. And Tottenham, as we know, they have been struggling to win things for a very, very long time. So I think it's a right call for them to bring a manager like him to their team. But now all they have to do is support him. And when it comes to FPL, I think the appeal for Tottenham players is gonna increase, like the Suns and the Canes. Hopefully, he can unlock Kane again, because Kane has been locked for a while since he wanted to move to City, and that move did not materialize. He kind of dropped off, and maybe hopefully Conte will be the one who inspire him again, and and
So
because of the
yeah,
formation too, 3-5-2 is gonna be their formation. So fullbacks is gonna be something that is very crucial, because as we remember, Alonso's like maiden season in the Premier League was under Conte, and that was a season that he was absolutely an FPL monster. So I think we need to pay a lot of attention to who's gonna be his fullbacks,
fullbacks. Reguilon is definitely
wing
one of
backs.
them, I'm sure.
Yeah, Reguilon and the Brazilian guy Emerson, or even Doherty. Maybe he can revive the heart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
possibly. Yeah, so it seems like people are going to be planning for some key Tottenham assets because the formation likes to play is it the 3-4-3? So the fullbacks are the one that are there. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. I already have one Kane. I would have loved to have Son instead of Kane, but I have to try to find a way to bring in Son, because I just think that Son is going to have more impact in this new formation, because he's already in the right mind space. Harry Kane might take take time to get him in that last year mindset. So let's see. Yeah.
Hopefully.
So let's go on to a recap of the game week results. Some of the results for game week 10. And okay, don't need to read them out. We already know what the scores are. So you just pick a few games and see like how the games went. Leicester Arsenal.
Yeah, I saw the game. I saw the whole game, and Arsenal were lucky. I would say that way. Yes, they came off the block, scored a couple of goals in the first half, but it was a dominant performance from Leicester. They created a lot of chances. In fact, they were the best underlying performing team this week. That was Leicester. So Arsenal, thanks to Ramsdale, they stayed in this game. He made some exceptional saves in this game. He made like 8 saves in the game. So yeah, Arsenal were a bit lucky, but they are looking impressive. They are winning games. They are grinding. They are going to teams like this, Leicester.
That's very important,
and then winning games. So yeah, that's very important for them. And now I think they are on the same point with Manchester United at this point now, right? Arsenal. So that's why the Arsenal fans are coming back alive.
I think we were before we played our game. I think
no, actually really? you are. If you didn't win the game against Tottenham, you would be behind Arsenal. So just imagine.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen the table in a while, so there's no point even looking at
it's the same number of points, 17 points.
It's impressive, to be honest. It's very impressive, because we were talking a few game weeks ago. We were talking about how woeful Arsenal were, and we were even mocking them, the fans, that they might be suffering a relegation battle. So can you imagine like how things can change in football so fast? So yeah, I mean, kudos to them. Hopefully they will probably do better, and
they are
result for them.
Yeah, they are 6th, 17 points. Man United 5th, 17 points. They are just 3 points behind Manchester City, so 5 points behind Liverpool. That's why they are talking. The Arsenal fans are coming back.
This season, man. This season is just crazy. Yeah. All what's going on right now. But anyways, yeah. The one that surprised me is the Liverpool Brighton, the 2-2, because obviously after battering Manchester United in the derby, the 5-0, you would expect that a team like Brighton will probably get the same amount of scoreline, but they drew, man.
They drew. It was crazy.
And to be honest, I called it. I just knew that.
Yeah, you did.
It was going to be close. Yeah, because Brighton, they play football. If you see them play, it's like they're just unlucky. Something just needs to click before they can be like to move on to that next level.
Yeah.
Their structure is good. Their coaching is good. The players, maybe the striking department can do with a bit of quality, but overall as a team, I'm really impressed with Brighton since last season.
Yeah.
So I wasn't surprised when they drew this. A bit surprising, but yeah, not totally surprised, to be honest.
Yeah. I'm surprised in the way that Liverpool, capitulated like in the second half, because it was complete dominance from the first half. Liverpool dominated the game. It could have been 3-0. Mane scored a handball goal. Firmino missed a stinker, like a big chance for Liverpool. But then Liverpool lost control of the game in the second half, and then Brighton were just all over us, all over us. I know people have been questioning Liverpool's depth for a while. I don't have problem with the squad depth, but I have issue with like the players' injury record or something like that, and this is what cost us this game. In the midfield, we know Brighton is an organized team. Like I say, they will organize. They are organized. They play well. They control games properly. So in the second half, when we lost, immediately we lost Keita. Then we don't have Ox came in completely. We lost the control in the midfield. So we were playing in a different type of way. And Brighton, they punish us. They punish us. They were very good. They are very good. They punish Liverpool.
And they missed a couple too. They missed
a couple of chances. They even scored a goal to win it. It was a very tiny offside. Trossard could have won that game with his second goal. So yeah, it was not surprising for me in that second half to see Liverpool play in that way. I'm not surprised the way Brighton play because I know they can create things. So, but is it worrying for Liverpool fans? Kind of, but not so much. I think I think it was just a good team. It's a wake-up call. I think we need to defend better. We need to defend better, but
as a team, yeah. Also, another shocking result: Man City lost at home to Crystal Palace. Can you imagine Crystal Palace? They were struggling the first game of the season, and then Vera is doing a good job. Like regardless of the red card for Laporte, it's still a very good results. Like this, you can't make this. This is like the best, and it might be a confidence booster for the team moving forward. Because if you can beat Man City at home, there's a lot of possibilities with that performance.
Yeah, absolutely. I did not watch the game. I just saw the highlights.
Same thing, I saw the highlights, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, like you say, Vieira, I think they have been unlucky. They are in the position they are in, but they have been unlucky. They should have been very higher up the table. You remember, I think 3 games this season, they have dropped a point or conceded in the last minute when they were leading. Against Arsenal at Emirates, they were leading 2-1 until the final 90 minutes. I think the 95th minute that like I said, equalized. Against Brighton, last kick of the game, what is his name? Maupe equalized from a mistake from Crystal Palace. And against another team. So 3 times, they have dropped 6 points in the final in injury time of games this season. 6 points. So they are very unlucky in that sense. So it is good to see them winning against. So yeah, their performance this season so that they can play against any team. Anyways, they have shown that they can go head to head even against Liverpool. You remember we won 3-0, but we came here talking about how good they were. Yeah,
exactly. That's true. Another one. This one obviously the Spurs Man U. It's funny because Ole, who was on the hot seat, helped kind of push the sacking of Nuno. And then saved his own job it's like a whole chess move that was going on because people were talking about Conte replacing Ole, and then Ole went to Tottenham, beat them, and then Nuno was fired, and then the guy that was supposed to take over Ole is now in charge of. So Ole is playing 4D chess right now.
That was proper chess move. He was looking ahead.
It's just I don't even understand. This is like the 3rd or 4th time his job has been on the line.
Yeah, and he always done it
he's rallied or clawed his way back. For some reason, I feel like his tactics and his experience as a coach or his playing style, whatever, doesn't really match. But the players respect him enough to put up a performance, to save his job multiple times, And he changed. Obviously, the formation was changed. He played with a back 3, and then 3. Is it 3? I can't even remember this.
3-5-2. They played 3-5-2.
3-5-2, yeah, with Bruno
Ronaldo and
just behind the 2 strikers, yeah.
Yeah. Like 3-4-1-2, something like that.
Something like that. It was different, but the only thing is that since we have been leaking goals all this while and we managed to keep a clean sheet because Varane was back in the team, I guess it was a good sign. But the problem is, switching formation in the middle of the season, it might take a while for the team to get used to it. So what if we start winning or we start getting good results and then you want to go back to using some of those players? Because we have a lot of players on the bench that are not playing because of the formation.
Yeah, that's true.
You got Sancho for how many £1 million, and then he's there on the bench. And what's next? You have Greenwood, you have Rashford, so many. So it's working now because he needs results. His job is on the line. But what next?
Yeah, that's true. But again, it's about. I think this points back to the fact about Ronaldo. I know he has been the best player in the team, but to get the best of him, you need to play him with another striker. I think Ronaldo plays better when he has another strike,
Yeah,
somebody else to lead the line, and then he's kind of free in that sense. And
I think so.
yesterday too, he started. I think in the Champions League, Ronaldo played with Rashford, and Ronaldo scored 2 goals. I did not watch the game though. I don't know any details about the Champions League game. Maybe you can help me with that.
He played with Rashford, and then and then Cavani came in too. So
Yeah,
yeah,
and
I
Ronaldo got
think
a couple of
it's
goals, right? So it's
God,
it's,
yeah, he
it's
got a couple
working.
of goals.
It's getting the best out of Ronaldo by playing this
I think
formation.
so. I think
But
so
also,
too.
like you say, players like Greenwood, players like Sancho,
Yeah, they're gonna
you
be
know,
sacrificed.
they're gonna be
What happens
sacrificed.
to their development and their young players. So I don't know. It's
Yeah, but it's
that's
about
what this team
resource,
is all
man. At the end
about.
of the day, it's about resource. It's about
You think
the
so?
resource, I think.
Well, anyway,
Yeah,
his job's
yeah,
on the line, so he doesn't have any choice right now. It's not up to him.
yeah. So, but this also makes Manchester United players a bit more interesting in FPL, right? When it comes to the defenders, like Luke Shaw and I don't Wan Bissaka maybe no, but Luke Shaw I think he will be more interesting.
Yeah.
And also yesterday, Varane, what happened to him? Because it seems he got
He got injured.
again the same injury. Because I saw him get off.
I'm not sure whether it's the same injury, but I think it's a recurrence of something. So he was just pissed off that he got injured. So most times if that happens, I think it's a recurring injury because in the way he was frustrated. Yeah. But hopefully they put like he went out in time so that it's not as serious as you would think. But we won't know more until probably later. So
Yeah. So how about the
yeah.
Chelsea game? Did you see that one?
I didn't see the Chelsea game. I was following it on live score, but then
Yeah.
it's like all the goals just came like at this in the last 15 to 25 minutes or so. I don't know.
You know,
But
last
it was
week
0-0 for a long time.
yeah, you know, last week we are saying Cancelo might be the new trend in FPL. I think Rhys James might have a say on that too. You know, he
What
has
about
been very
Chilwell too?
yeah. Chilwell, both of them. For me personally, of course, Chilwell is very good, but if you look at the way they play, I think Rhys James kind of is more of an attacking player than Chilwell. I don't know because he is more involved in. But both of them are the same. They are similar. Okay, let's just say
they both attack. I think to be honest, they just both attack. But
yeah, so it's better to have
both of them in your team.
So
yeah, if you have it's the better. Yeah, if you
the
have
double
two
up,
of them, that's fine. Of course.
the double up is good, right?
Yeah.
I'm double. I have a double Chelsea, but it's the goalkeeper and James. So I'm trying to avoid the rotation issue. But yeah, James was very impressive. His goals were like top class goals. The first one with his left foot was a top top goal with the top corner. The second one too was well drilled. He's looking like a different player from last season. We remember last season he only had three or four attacking returns all season. This season already he has 4 goals and I think he has a couple of assists, something like that.
Oh, that's
So
impressive.
yeah, he is looking impressive. He's looking very impressive, and I'm happy that he's in my team.
Okay, so any I think we're probably spending too much time on this, but any other game? I think the one that's left is Aston Villa and West Ham.
Yeah, West Ham. I was so disappointed with Antonio to see them score 4 goals.
Everybody is waiting for. It's like what happened? The main striker is not even involved in any of these goals.
That was so frustrating.
Unfortunate, man. Yeah, it was very unfortunate.
Yeah.
But they won and they're playing very well, even though Aston Villa got a red card, but still, they're very impressive. Wolves, that's the last game against Everton. It was a game of 2 halves. Honestly, Wolves were lucky to come up with a draw. I mean, with a win.
With a win.
But Everton came out in the second half. What's his name again? Benitez just tweaked it a bit. I think what's his name again? The midfielder.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot his name. The guy with the bald head.
Fabian Delph.
Delph came in and changed the game, because they have this Bamin guy that was playing in. He's new.
Yeah.
But I think Delph changed the team. I mean, changed the chemistry of the team, and they were all over Wolves in the second half, man. So they were lucky. Very lucky.
I didn't see the game. I just saw the 2-1 and then I was disappointed because I know Semedo has conceded, and that's why I did not even.
He played well, to be honest. He played well. He really played well. I think he was just second half was just different. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. So those were some of the results that some of the games that we watched in Game Week 10. Without wasting more time, just go to the start summary for Game Week 10. Jama?
Yeah. Yeah, looking at the table here, game week 10 starts summary. This is the team table. Attack on the left and defense on the right. So attack is sorted by expected goals. And if you see, like I mentioned earlier, Leicester were the best attacking team when it comes to underlying numbers. They had 2.6 xG against Arsenal and ended up scoring no goal. So they kind of underperformed by 2.6. So they deserve at least 2 goals from the numbers that they produced. 4 big chances they had in the game, and they missed them all. And also, Ramsdale made one exceptional save from Madison free kick, which is not even considered as a big chance. So yeah, it was a very lucky case for Arsenal. Burnley, that was the surprising one for me. They had the highest number of big chances in the game week with 5 big chances. They were the second best underlying performing team, and they did it against Brentford. Brentford, we have been singing some, one of the best defensive teams in the league.
Surprising.
It was surprising.
Now I'm even considering whether we should even move for their players, because I think the injury to their keeper, like we were saying, we were waiting to see what the impact of the injury to the keeper and change of keeper might have on the team, and it's worrying, man.
It is worrying,
but game, to be honest,
I did not see the game too, so I think we should give them a little bit time to maybe 2-3 games and see what happens, because sometimes too, these teams are better playing against like better teams defensively, but when it comes to the playing teams that are of the same level with them,
it's more difficult
because they have to dominate those games because they are at home or they are playing away. So it kind of changed the complexity, like everything about their performances. So we have to wait and see. So like I said, Leicester were the biggest underperformers this game week, and the team that overperformed the most was Manchester United. They overperformed by 1.6. They had an XG of 1.4, scored 3 goals. But they still dominated Spurs because Spurs only created an XG of 0.8. So it was a deserved win for United, I believe. We look at Newcastle were, of course, the worst defensive team, were the worst attacking team. They did not create anything against Chelsea. And for that reason, Chelsea was the best defensive team with an XGC. They considered an XG of 0.3, 0 big chances conceded. So 3 teams conceded no big chance this week. That was Chelsea, Leeds United, and Crystal Palace against Manchester City. Crystal Palace. Wow, they are such a good team, I think. They really surprised us. They were tipped for relegation because of the team, how the team changed from last season to this season. New manager, about 15 players left, new players came in. So you didn't know what to expect from them. But to be honest, they have been exceptional this season. So they were the best. They only conceded 0 big chances. That make them like 5th best when it comes to XGC conceded.
This is very strange. Against
one of the best attacking teams in the league. So you can imagine.
Even in the world, I can imagine.
Yeah, you can see Brighton too. They are 8, not far off. Liverpool only. I think this is the first time this season Liverpool created an XG of less than 1. And that was at home to Brighton. So Brighton were exceptionally good too. They considered 2 big chances, of course, and they considered 2 goals in that game. Defensively, Chelsea were the best team, and the worst was Arsenal. Defensively, of course, they kept the clean sheet, and that is what everybody will see. But they were not inspiring defensively because they considered a lot of chances. Their goalkeeper was the savior of that day. He was exceptional, to be honest. So if you have him in FPL, that's why you are having the double-digit returns, because he considered a lot of chances in that one. So let's look at the player performances. Conor Gallagher, he has an exceptional game. This boy against City, scored and assisted, of course.
Man.
Yeah, 2 big chances involved, things like that. But the performance of the week goes to Reece James. 2 goal involvement, 1 big chance, 1.1 XGI for a defender is exceptional. If you exceed an XGI of 1 for any player is good, especially for a defender. So that was exceptional. And his expected points was 10.2, highest of the week. He ended the game week with 21 points. Of course, like I say, if you score this number of points, you are gonna overperform. So that's why he was the highest overperformer of the week. But I think we should not take anything from that. It was an exceptional performance from him. Bowen, who is continuing to inspire. You spoke about him last game.
Yeah, I spoke about him that he was.
Yeah, he's looking exceptionally good. He was the second best when it comes to XGI. When it comes to expected points with 8.9, he had the highest XGI of any player this game week with 1.5, 2 big chances involved and 2 goals. So he ended the game week with 11 points. he has been doing exceptional, man. He has
Yeah.
been doing exceptional.
Flying under the radar. I don't know why, because the Ben Rahmas and Antonio are the ones that are making the headlines in FPL. But Bowen might be a very good differential, but the fixtures don't
Absolutely.
really look
Yeah, the
okay
fixtures don't help. So
now.
I
The
think
difficult
I think if
ones.
I'm gonna go back to the West Ham midfield, I'm gonna consider Bowen
Bowen might
instead
be
of
the guy, yeah, to
might be
consider.
the guy, yeah. And if you look at the underperformance in terms of players, Barnes of Leicester, he came on in the second half and still become the highest underperforming player, and he was the third highest for expected points this week. He was very unlucky, only got 1 point, but should have got 8.2 points according to expected points numbers. So he underperformed by 7.2 in one half. So he was the game changer against Arsenal. First half, Arsenal dominated, but the second half when he came on, he was like on fire. Who was playing right back for Arsenal? Tomiyasu, he struggled against this guy. The Japanese, he
Yeah,
really
the
struggled
Japanese.
against Barnes. Barnes was all over him in that game, to be honest. Barnes was
Wow.
all over him. Yeah. I want to say a thing too about Cucurella. He almost killed us in the game. Cucurella, he's in the top 20. But yeah, I think club changed his formation because of Cucurella. We had to play. Yeah, Mane was playing as of course, Liverpool play with the 4-3-3. But Cucurella was getting too much space in the right. And Salah stayed, and then it was only Trent there. So it was a struggle. Ox was playing.
Trent is not a
Yeah,
good defender.
exactly.
Like
You need to.
one-on-one, so,
We need somebody to help
support.
him, to support him. So Mane had to switch to the right. Ox played left just to stop Cucurella, but we could not steal. He was just so good against Liverpool. He was just so good. And I see new faces here like Lawton. He was involved in 2 goals this week.
Lawton, yeah,
Yeah,
that was Burnley, right? Against
yeah, Burnley.
Brentford. Yeah, Lawton is last season. Remember last season? His
Yeah, I
highest
think
points
he's
that he-
yeah. I think his season's gonna start now. He was the second highest overperformer, and 2 goals involvement. That is good, man, for a defender. Yeah. Season starts. That one I don't think they change a lot. Man City, Liverpool always dominate. Like I think in terms of attack, Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea. It stays like that. You look at the defensive statistics. Manchester City still at the top. Liverpool move because Brentford of their poor performance against Burnley, they have dropped off. West Ham rose a little bit. So yeah, there's a little bit of changes there, but not much. And the whooping boys continue to be Newcastle, Norwich. You can see them in terms of attack, they are the worst. In terms of defense, they are the worst. So those are teams we should be targeting, of course. Player statistics, Bowen. You see him now number 5 when it comes to expected points over the course of the season. He has underperformed a little bit by 5.9, but he should have had more points. Only Salah, Antonio, Mane, and Cancelo has more expected points than him so far this season. Looking at his numbers, he has 6 big chances involved, 5.8 XGI, already 6 goals, and a 51 point. Yeah, I think Bowen, like you say, is the player to go with or the player to target from Leicester, from West Ham. After Antonio, when they are fixtures.
Because Benrahma is not really doing it anymore, apart from the last.
Yeah, Benrahma has been dropping. Look at Benrahma; he's in 13 now. But yeah, I think Bowen is the one. Yeah, that's it for it. Let's look at the manager of the week.
Yeah, so switching to Kotu Classic Mini League update. Manager for the week this week is Mourinhistas.
Yeah, my boy.
He's now second in the mini league with 69 points this game week. So congrats, GW11, doing it big. Taking a look at his team, he had a 3-4-3 formation for this game week. And in goal, he has Ramsdale with 10 points, Livramento with 6, Cancelo with 2, Rudiger with 6. In midfield, he had Townsend with 2, Captain Salah with 10, Rafinha with 9, Smith Rowe with 9, and Antonio with 2, Ronaldo with 12, and then Vardy with 1. So I think the
difference is
ones
Ronaldo.
that did it for him, the difference is Ronaldo and Smith Rowe. So
yeah,
if you call to stick with Ronaldo.
yeah. I think that is and looking at his I kind of looked into his team in detail. He have not taken any hit so far this season. That is 0. Wow. So he's playing in a very patient way. Well, which is very nice, and I like the bench too. Like I say, if the bench is 0-0-0, that is beautiful for me to see.
It's fine because Luis, Marcel, and Duffy.
Yeah.
Foster. Yeah, that's good. Well, yeah. So moving on to the top 5 of the mini league. I think there's a bit of movement. So moving into 5 is our man Andrew Henning. He's back
Yeah.
in 5th position.
Last season's
In
winner.
4th, is Luke McGowan. These are some familiar names from last season too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So dropping to 3rd is Alaji Job, and 2nd, like I mentioned, is a guy Jibril Fall. And then yourself still keeping it strong in position. You bañ de boy.
maa ngi bañ bàyyi jaama ko foofu noonu suma gaay.
yaa ngi dangal de. Yeah, so moving on to the Game Week 11 fixtures. We'll talk about the most anticipated fixtures for Game Week 11 and see which one pops out for us. Yeah, so the fixtures, which one jumps out to you apart from the derby that everybody knows, the Man City derby? I'm not really pumped about this because we are not in a very good headspace right now. So whatever happens, happens. So it's fine. But apart from that, which game do you think is probably an explosive game for FPL?
Yeah, I think Chelsea should be that one. But after Burnley's performance against Brentford, who we consider a very good defensive team, it could be, Burnley can be tricky to play sometimes, but sometimes they are very easy to play against too, So I'm gonna back Chelsea, especially the defenders, to keep a clean sheet. I don't see them scoring a lot of goals, maybe 2, but the clean sheets, maybe the defense could chip in with a goal or 2. Chilwell and Reece James were arrested in the Champions League, so that can only indicate they're gonna start.
Yeah.
So I'm even considering,
getting both of them.
No, I have one, but I'm considering the captain. I know everybody is gonna be Salah, but yeah, when I captain Salah against Man United, I did not have any Chelsea defender at that time. I only had the goalkeeper, and I say I will not captain the goalkeeper. But this time, Liverpool play West Ham, which will be difficult, I feel, and Chelsea play Burnley, which could be good for defenders because I don't see Burnley scoring. But again, Salah against West Ham has been like double digit every time he go to West Ham.
But this is different West Ham, man.
It's a different West Ham. He got like
away to, so
yeah. That's the thing. I got to feel last season when we go there too, it was a difficult fixture. Salah ended up the game week with 2 goals and 1 assist. So you never know.
Last week last season there were no fans. Things were different.
Yeah.
Were they fans?
Yeah, there were no fans, but I think it's just since he came to England, West Ham is the team that he scores the most when it comes to FPL. Like he always return against them. That is the tricky thing, yeah. But yeah, I'm considering Reece James, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm following the Norwich train, man. Right this week.
Yeah, Norwich Newcastle.
I'm considering Brentford actually. I'm considering Mbomo. Because man, Norwich, even though they did well against Leeds, I was expecting Leeds would like batter them, but they played not too impressive. But I was expecting the goal, the score line to be much higher than 2-1.
Yeah.
So yeah, I give them props for that. But Brentford might be going through a bit of a rough patch. I don't think I will call it rough patch, but they didn't perform according to what we expected them to last game.
Yeah.
So this might be their saving grace, to get people back on track and say, okay, this is Brentford. This is what they are known for. The surprise package of this season.
Yeah.
Hopefully they beat Norwich, but I'm thinking either Tony or Mbomo might be want to, if you want to take a differential, just captain one of either one of them.
Yeah.
What do you think about that plan?
I don't think it's a bad idea at all. Yeah, Norwich. They played decent against Leicester, against Leeds, but
yeah, it was okay.
It was not
as terrible as we thought it was going to be.
It wasn't as but now they go to a Brentford team. This is like they both get promoted together. So I think they will consider this game as a another
derby type of
like something that they can get something from, And like I highlighted, Brentford, they have done well against the big boys. They have played a lot of good teams, better teams than them, and did well. But since they started playing against teams that are around their area, they have struggled so far. So that is kind of worrying. But yeah, you are talking about Tony and Mbeumo. Mbeumo was missing in the game. Mbeumo was missing in the last game. So maybe if he's back, they could have something different to, they could cause some different threats. because Mbeumo has been their biggest threat going forward. So missing him in a game is big for them. So to have him back could be
maybe that was the reason why. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another one. It might be Arsenal, Watford, because Watford we thought they were
that's the one.
One of the whooping boys, but I don't know, man. It's a bit tricky to call, but I'll expect Arsenal will win.
Yeah, I think Watford is a whipping boy. I think we should consider them there because they concede goals there. Even when they humiliated Everton, they still conceded 2 goals, right? So that's all you need, right? And if you have a player like Aubameyang, and of course he did not score last game week, but he was very, very involved in that game. He was in the he's also appeared in the stats for last game week. He was one of the underperformers of the week. So yeah. And he's playing in a better Arsenal team now. He's playing better football for Arsenal. So yeah, he could be a differential pick for captain. If you have him, I think I would captain him. If I had him, I would be more comfortable captaining him than the Chelsea players.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I guess those are anticipated matchups for game week 11.
The big one.
So.
Talk about the big one a bit.
We don't need to talk about that, man. The Manchester United and Man City. I don't know. Either way,
what do you expect?
We're saying that it's a derby. It's going to be tough, but we can have the same thing happen again.
But this is a game Ole can. This is a game Ole can play, right? No, but last season, don't forget, you guys won against them at the Etihad, drew at Old Trafford, despite Man City being the best team last season. We know.
To be honest.
You remember when
if I say I could call this, because I don't know, man.
But if you play the formation you play, the 3-5-2, Man City struggle with it. That's what you won with at the Etihad last season when Luke Shaw scored that goal. Remember when we benched him, both of us? That 15 pointer, we were thinking Man City is gonna batter Manchester United. It's at Etihad. Yeah, so you never know.
It's possible. It's possible.
I can see Man United getting something out of this game. I'm
not gonna make any bold predictions this time around. Whatever we get is we get.
No, I can see United getting something. They cannot lose this one. Then Ole is gone. I don't want him to go.
You see, rival fans don't want Ole gone. Us the fans, some of us want him out. Some of us, right now we can't even say anything because we don't know, man. Because But yeah, that's the derby of this week. That and also what's it called? Is it Tottenham versus
Everton? That's not a derby, but it's quite a it's a big game. It's a good game. It's a good game with Conte coming in, Benitez.
Benitez.
But you see the number of coaches in the managers in the Premier League now.
Obviously, the Premier League is not the best league in the world. It's been the best league in the world, but now it's
elevating. It's going higher and higher.
The coaches are there now, man. Come on.
Wow. Well, that's it.
So the hunt for the Premier League is now hot cake now.
It's hot cake. Yeah.
It's hot cake. Yeah. So let's move on to our teams for game week 11. Let's start with your team, Chama. Any changes? Transfers?
No, this week I have not made any transfer. I'm planning to bank it because of the international break is coming up, and last international break we know. We learned that you will need a couple of transfers when international break is coming, because nowadays the international break is as complicated as it's so complicated. They have made things so complicated. So yeah, I will bank the transfer. I don't have any pressing need. You can see I bench Cancelo because
I can see that.
Yeah.
So that he will keep a clean sheet.
No, not just that, but I don't know who to bench in the team for him. Like the players I have in my team, I feel are gonna outscore him. This is why I bench him, not because I don't think he has the capability of doing something against United. Because at the back I have Reece James against Burnley at home, Trent, West Ham away, Livramento, Aston Villa at home. Aston Villa are struggling to create chances. Livramento and Southampton are keeping a lot of clean sheets, and Livramento is keeping in with goals. So I have to back him over Cancelo this game week. And then in the middle I have Salah. Salah, you never bench him. Foden against Man United, I would rather bench Foden. I would rather start the attacking player than the defensive player in this fixture, And then you have Rafinha, plays Leicester at home. Rafinha, you don't bench because he gives you the consistent points, like I say. Mbeumo playing Norwich, you highlighted that one. Gallagher, after his double-digit return with playing at home to Wolves, I cannot bench him. And Antonio, Liverpool home. Antonio, I tell you, he will. I think he will get something in this game. And Kane with Conte coming in. So who to bench? Who to bench? That is the problem. To
That's a
bench for
difficult
Cancelo.
decision there, yeah.
So I have to bench
Oh,
Cancelo. That's why I bench Cancelo. Yeah. So I don't need any transfer to make this week. So I'm just gonna bank it.
okay. For me, I
Uh-huh.
think I'm also gonna try to bank because the reason is the move I want to make is not an important move right now, which is trying to get rid of Kane and then try to get Son in my team somehow.
Yeah.
It doesn't really affect much anyway, so because it's going to take a while for the changes to be in effect. So, and also the international break, I was thinking about it. So just bank a transfer, and then the next game week I get two, and then I might be able to take a hit and just bring in three players. You never know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in goal, I have Ramsdale. I'm going with a 3-4-3. I have Chilwell, I have Cancelo, and Duffy is in back after playing Man City, and then I have Salah, Rafinha, Saka, who has been very disappointing for me, missing goals as if
But
he's
he,
doing it on
but he
purpose.
gave you editor last week. You have the
Well,
6 pointer, right?
that's why I can't complain. To be honest, I was thinking of Rich transferring me out of my team. I'm telling you, I was so pissed off after the game when Emil Smith Rowe just had one chance and scored, and Saka had multiple chances. I was like, man, this guy. But anyway, he did well, so he has a stay of execution this week.
Yeah.
Momo is back in my team. I hope he does well this week. And Kane is also there. Hopefully, he does well, even though I don't plan on playing. Like I said, one more game week and then might be out. And then
Really?
Antonio and Jimenez.
You're gonna say
Yeah,
Kane?
Kane, man, it's too expensive. I prefer what I've seen them play right now. I prefer to have Son in my team than Kane.
But don't forget, it's another start, right? There's a new manager. There's another start.
Yeah,
So you have to
still,
take that. You have to take that into factor, right? If it was still Nuno, I can understand. But now that people are trying to rush to get Kane and Son, you are trying to run away from Kane. Well, let's see.
I think it's the price, man. For some reason, I don't know. Maybe it's a personal maybe.
I can feel you. I can
feeling.
feel you.
Yeah, maybe it's a personal feeling against Kane, but for some reason, I feel like Son is a better FPL asset than Kane because I always feel he's more involved. He can score anytime. The only thing is that the penalties. That's the only thing. If Son was on penalties, I wouldn't even think about it twice. But yeah, that's my thinking. Yeah, so
Yeah. I know.
this game.
Yeah, I know you have issue with pricing because I can see you
It's
have
a problem.
like your bench. We are different a bit, right? Because you can start Cancelo
on my bench. Yeah.
Yeah, yes, you have Greenwood, but because I don't know who to bench for Greenwood, and because he plays City, and you have Livramento over Cancelo over Livramento, because I think that one is more based on the price. He is too expensive. I'm not gonna put him on the bench rather than.
Cancelo, oh yeah. I think Cancelo, we might score Man City, but Cancelo is the type of player for me. Like I feel like he could explode any moment. He's that type of player. If Man City decided, okay, you know what, we have lost the last game, we need a win. We can't do anything about that. They're going to really come out and play. But
it's possible.
So
he scored big against Chelsea, right? 12 points away to Chelsea. So
exactly.
Yeah, he can do it.
I feel like if they're up for it, Cancelo will have a big game. And also, you see the defense. I have a really good defense. Chilwell, Burnley, Cancelo, Manchester. Okay, that one I understand. Duffy against Newcastle. Come on, this Newcastle. So Livramento has been doing well. I think it's unfair to bench him, to be honest. But I guess I have a choice right now. My team is so good or so well balanced that I think he will have to be.
And why did you choose Greenwood as your first sub? I think
it's gonna change. It's gonna change. I might. But who? You mean Livramento should be my first sub? I think
because
that's possible.
Greenwood is a risky pick because he's not gonna start likely.
He's not gonna start, yeah.
And Livramento is gonna start. Samedo is gonna start. So unless Greenwood come in and score, he will give you a 1 point. So if you have him in your first sub, then in case somebody does not play, a 1 point is coming off your bench when you can have more. Yeah, that's how I look at it.
Yeah. That's the thing. Most times when I'm looking at my team, I don't even consider the bench. I just focus on the first team. But yeah, these things are important. I just feel like, okay, this 11 players, since nobody's flagged, all of them are going to start. But I think it's possible. But yeah, I think that's a good call. I'll probably make the change now. Anyway, so yeah. Okay, so the captaincy discussion, we'll talk about the ticker, the best captaincy for this game week. Any interesting one?
Yeah. At one is Chelsea, Lukaku, but of course he's injured. So we in that case we have to consider Chilwell and Mount, who is not we're
Mount,
not
yeah,
sure,
Mount, yeah.
and
Havertz.
Reece James, Havertz, yeah, those players you have to consider, because Lukaku is not there. But I think captain in a Chelsea player is a very viable option this week. Yeah, if you can have the right one, I think you can get some points. And number 2, you have Oba. At Watford, you spoke about Oba. I think he's a very good one against Watford. Watford are still hunger. They are unpredictable.
They're figuring it out, yeah.
They are unpredictable. They could lose 5-0 against Arsenal, or they could go there and draw the game 1-1, or even win it 1-0. It's either way. It can go either way. So we don't know what to expect from Watford. So that's why it's a bit tricky captaining Oba, but it's a good point to have. Next, we have Salah and Mane versus West Ham. Like I said, Salah West Ham is a very good fixture for him over the years. But yeah, you say West Ham have improved, and that's right. But it's Liverpool too. I think they will need a reaction, and I think they need to react. But I don't want to give too. I want to say much about Liverpool. Ivan Toney against Norwich. That one you call. I think is a very good one. Zaha, we have been ignoring him, but he has been very impressive.
He's sticking off nicely, especially the last three games also against Man City. He was exceptional. Yeah,
he's doing his stuff. And finally, we have Mopé versus Newcastle, but he did not start against Liverpool, so maybe Trossard is the better one there. I would say
Trossard. Yeah, Trossard was impressive. Yeah,
Trossard. If you wanna go Maverick a little bit, if you have Trossard, I think he could be he was impressive against Liverpool. He should have scored 2 goals. Yeah, and he played as a false 9. So that could be another, appealing thing.
Yeah, out of
position. He was there. He was their striker. But I think
it looked perfect for that formation. Maybe it's just because it was against Man City. I don't know, but
it was against Liverpool. I feel because they wanted they wanted to that midfield. They wanted to expose Liverpool's midfield and then add more power, like dominate the midfield. So because Trossard will not be staying with Van Dijk and the defender, he will just come back into the middle. So that cost Liverpool a lot of problem that game, to be honest. A lot of problem.
And this guy is a really I've noticed him. The coach is a very good coach. He's been doing well.
I did not like the formation when I saw it. When I saw Mopé on the bench, I was so why did he do that? Just bring your normal team. I know it will cause us problem. I knew. Yeah.
It's a surprise. So it's good to keep things, fresh for you guys. You guys can always have your way easy like that.
Yeah. So who you captain, Salah or you haven't?
My captaincy, my boss captain is on Salah right now, but I'm still debating.
If that's Salah, Momo?
Either I can go safe. Yeah, Momo, of course, Momo. I can either play it safe, but now Salah can just go and score a hat trick, and then you'll be the one missing out. Everybody has Salah, everybody captain Salah, but you're the only one that captains Salah.
You don't want to feel that. Yeah, that stress is too much, right? It's too much to take.
Man.
Yeah. And let me tell you too another thing. I was considering like the Chelsea players. Chelsea play on Saturday. Liverpool end this game week, right? They play the final game of the game week. So imagine captaining Mbeumo and then he blanks, and then you waiting for the Sunday for Liverpool to play the final game of the week.
And then you're
everybody captain Salah. Imagine your Monday.
That's gonna ruin the whole week, man. It's gonna ruin the whole.
And it's gonna be 2 weeks. Don't forget, it's gonna be 2 weeks.
That's the last game week of the
international break.
We're gonna captain Salah. Keep it safe, man. You don't have time for this. To be honest, yeah. Just keep it simple.
Yeah, this one I think. For me, that's what when I saw that, I say, okay, no, let me just stick with him this week. And
if I was in a particular, rank, I might just play it, Maverick. Just try to be a bit Maverick and captain somebody else, but it might work out. But right now, I've been trying to move up, and I've been just been balancing in the same region. So I need to make a change, and I don't want to make that now.
I think it's safe to say Captain Salah this week. It's safe. That's the safe bet. Just go with him. If we fail together.
Yeah, we all do it together. It's like a negative because everybody's doing it, so it won't even matter.
Yeah, but being the person I know I'm a crazy one. So don't be surprised if you see Reece James, my captain.
I don't think because there's one thing that you have adjusted
Uh,
from last season is that your captaincy, you don't joke with your captaincy. So it's not you might make a few changes, take a few hits, but the captaincy, no, I can't make that move at all. I go say it because play devil's advocate. We try to see if I can have a bit of thinking, but captaincy is big one, man. You can't just you can't just make those moves like that.
Yeah, that's right.
It cost me in the past about 2 seasons ago. I was making all these rash captaincy moves and chasing the high ceiling or whatever. Yeah. Anyway,
let's see.
Yeah, we've come to the end of the pod. Any last words before we close, Chama?
Oh yeah, of course. This is the Jollof Football Bantaba YouTube channel, and I present the Kotu Classic Podcast and other podcasts, of course. If you are new around here, please consider subscribing to our channel, and always hit that like button. It always helps us. It helps us with visibility because of the, like they say, the YouTube algorithm or something. Helps us other people to be seeing things like that. So please consider helping us by subscribing to our channel and hitting that like button. Yeah.
There you go. There you have it. Thanks, listeners. Thanks for always being with us, supporting the pod and listening. Make sure you share the links and the review of the pod whenever you can. Always a pleasure. Catch you guys on the next one. Good luck, everyone.
And yeah, enjoy the international break. I think we will come back next 2 weeks or something. So yeah, let's enjoy the weekend football, guys.
All right. Catch you guys on the next one again. Bye-bye.